Okay, today we're going to be reviewing this EcoFix OBD2 Reader. Very excited about this because, as you can see, it's really tiny. It fits in the palm of your hand, small little device, looks very modern, very techy, and it has a plug, which I think cars beyond 1994 should have a port usually that you can plug in, and that will allow you to connect to the car's computer system that logs all the codes. Any older cars, I don't think they have them for that, but most modern cars usually have this port right here. But what's cool about this is that this works as a connection between your phone and an app and the car. So instead of having to use a handheld device, plugging it in and getting the codes and reading it, this simply allows you to plug this in and you can actually get everything off of an app. And as you can see, you can get the app right here. It's actually called Car Scanner ELM OBD2. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to install this, I'm going to plug it in my car, and I'm going to show you what comes up and how it works. So I'm going to cut to that right now. Alright, so right off the bat, I'm not quite sure if the initial process just takes a little bit of time versus regular scan, so we're going to see that in a minute. I had to put in a code when it's first connecting to the device. It said 0000 or 1234, so I just put in 1234, and now it actually is connecting. So it's connected. I turned the ignition. Let's see if I can get that. It's really, there you go. So it's down there. Got that in. So connection problems. Okay, connection issues. Nothing? Okay. Okay, so I guess we'll start the car, see what we can do. Okay. Okay. Allow. Okay, so now the app seems to be working. Dashboard, or is it diagnostic? Okay, so that's kind of cool. I mean, it's giving me information in real time so far, I think. Why is it showing money next to it? Like, is it gonna say, hey, if you want these, you have to pay more money or something? Is that it? Dashboard. Coolant temp, miles per hour. I don't know if this is actually working. I mean, I don't think that's working. I'm using the gas and it's not moving this thing at all. Okay, that's not working. So HUD is not working. Okay, so here's my final thoughts. I think in concept, on paper, this is actually a really cool idea. Being able to stick something like this in your car and then just turn on your phone at any given time and see exactly what's going on with it. But there's two problems I see with this. The first is there's no manual. There is absolutely no instructions on how to use this thing. Multiple functions which I was able to navigate to did not work while the car was standing still. This is a bit of an issue for me because if I'm recording data, I need to know how to set things up properly to do so, right? Most people, I would say, are not getting in their car, turning on their phones, Bluetooth, making sure they're connected to this device specifically, and then going in and ensuring that everything's being tracked. The other thing that's really weird is that there's actually a paywall to some of this. Like, if you use their app, it actually has ads, which is fine, I guess, but it seems like certain things are actually locked behind a paywall. You actually have to pay a membership just to use portions of the app. I'm not a fan of that, because if I'm buying this thing and it's supposed to be a wireless system, it should pay for itself. For example, you go to other brands like satellite GPS. Yes, you're going to pay more money for them, but you get the quality, you get everything you need, and it pays for itself with the app. You don't have to pay for that. I know that's changed recently compared to prior years from what I've heard, but again, I cannot stress enough the fact that if you're going to buy this, and you're going to pay more money for it because you are. You can buy readers now for about the same cost or potentially less. I'm seeing now that I think the cost has gone down for this. But again, I think this was like double, if I'm not mistaken. Let me just take a look. Originally, when I had seen this, yeah, this thing was going for double what it is right now, and I think that's because of reviews. But also, just because of its size, I love the portability. I think that if you can figure this thing out, it could be really a game changer for you. But with how many options are on the market, I just can't see myself recommending this. I mean, you can get a super portable handheld device that plugs into the car, and that gives you codes virtually instantaneously. Does it have all the bells and whistles that this thing is supposed to have? No, but at the same time, I'm still kind of wondering if this is really the one you should be getting, because I think if this is going to be a suitable system for you, and you're going to have something that is reliable, and it's going to be a convenience for yourself while you're driving so that you have a lot more data on how your car is performing, I think there's just probably better options. If there's nothing like this, I will be shocked, because I don't feel like this is really cornering the market. I would say overall that my real review here would be probably, I don't know, maybe 2 to 3 stars, just because I think I have to take a couple stars off just for the things I've mentioned before. If you can get this thing to work better, you test it, you can have the patience to work with it, maybe you find some documentation online on how some of these things are supposed to work, maybe this could be game changing for you if you really need this for a particular reason. But as it stands, I would say the average Joe, the average guy like me, we probably don't need this. I think there's better options for more immediate and emergency related codes, and that's really when people are going to start using this. The other items are just nice to have, and I think that's the problem, is that this just doesn't serve the purpose of a really reliable system that when you need a code read, it gives it to you quickly. I did not find that that was the case with this. This thing took some time to connect. I had to work on getting the app. It takes space on your phone. You have to give it permissions, and on top of that, without some type of a troubleshooting guide to understand what car has what code reading system built in, it also is just it's kind of ridiculous in that way, because I can plug in another system and it automatically detects what it's supposed to be using to read the car. Now, if you have a newer vehicle, that might be why you might need something like this, but a lot of modern systems are coming with code readers, or they're electronic cars like Teslas. So I don't know. It's one of those things. So overall, I think it's something that would be an interesting item now that it's actually cheaper. Like, if you wanted to try this out, it is half the cost it was when I originally was getting this. So maybe this is something you want to try out. Maybe it could be something that you could really find a lot of value in, especially now that it's a lot more accessible for you to get. Link to get this on Amazon will be in the description below. Please use my link to support the channel. Like and subscribe for more reviews. Thanks for watching.